Hi, I'm James, and I'm here at the Harley-Davidson garage to show you how to install the Screamin Eagle Street Tuner on your motorcycle. The ideal way to complete a performance upgrade on your Harley-Davidson is to tune the motorcycle's computer for the exact modifications you've made. You'll get the most out of your upgrades and get back to the open road. That's exactly what the Screamin Eagle Pro Street Tuner and mobile app are designed for. Let's dig in together and get your bike ready for the open road. Before we install the Street Tuner on your motorcycle, search Screamin Eagle Street Tuner on the App Store and download the mobile app. The Screamin Eagle team plans to continue to push important updates and enhancements, so keeping your app updated is critical. In front of me today is a Harley-Davidson Road Glide motorcycle with a Screamin Eagle Stage 3 kit installed. The only missing piece of the equation is a Street Tuner to ensure the Stage 3 calibration is on the vehicle. The next part of the process will depend on your specific motorcycle. The location of the diagnostic port, which the Street Tuner plugs into, will vary by motorcycle. For most models, the diagnostic port will be under the left side cover. Once the red diagnostic port is found, you'll simply plug in the Street Tuner. We'll refer to the Street Tuner as a BCI in this video. BCI stands for Bluetooth Communication Interface. Note that we provide you with double-sided tape in the Street Tuner box to enable you to secure the BCI if you're running tight on space. Now let's turn on the motorcycle and start at the mobile app. When the bike turns on, the BCI will slowly flash a green light. This indicates it has power, but is not yet paired with a mobile device. When it's paired with a mobile device, it will be a solid green light. Now let's turn our attention to the mobile app. Upon starting up the mobile app, you'll see a few requests pop up. It's critical that you allow the mobile app to use your precise location. You'll want to select Allow while using the app, and if applicable to your phone's operating system, you'll need to provide your precise location. This ensures that your phone can communicate to the BCI and determine proximity to your vehicle. Next, the mobile app will need access to Bluetooth. This is required for tuning, reading data items, and DTCs. Select OK. Next, read through the mobile app End User License Agreement and Privacy Notice and select Accept. We will now be at the Street Tuner home screen. The Street Tuner has a variety of different options while on the home screen. There are options to tune, view the toolbox, adjust settings, view recordings, or help in the top right corner of the screen with a question mark icon. Let's get started with the tune section first, and we'll cover other sections after. From the home screen, select Tune. You can also click Tune at the bottom of the screen via the navigation bar. Next, you'll connect to the BCI. The next screen will look to pair your device. Once Mobile Scan with the last 5 digits of the BCI serial number pop up on the screen, you'll click Mobile Scan Text and then Next. At the top left corner of the screen, you'll see a green circle with a check mark if you're connected to the Street Tuner. It will be red if you're not connected. If this is the case, check the BCI connection at the port. Firmware updates and calibration changes require strong Wi-Fi and/or cellular connections. If you're having troubles with firmware updates or loading calibrations, security on Wi-Fi could be preventing loading. Please try using a strong cellular connection to address the concern. The following screen showcases various available Screamin Eagle calibrations for your specific motorcycle. The top of the screen shows this Road Glide motorcycle. Note that the list of available calibrations is VIN-based. The Street Tuner will read your VIN number and ping that against the cloud where the Screamin Eagle calibrations are stored. We offer 49 state calibrations and 50 state calibrations, which are all derived from the VIN of a motorcycle. On this screen, you will notice at the top of the page standard and wideband calibration options. If you have installed the wideband SmartTune Pro automatic tuning module, which is sold separately, you'd select the wideband calibration option. If you did not purchase the sold separately automatic tuning module with wideband O2 sensors, you'd select the narrow standard option. The below calibrations are offered for a Road Glide motorcycle. If you click the plus icon next to the calibration title, it will drop down the details of the calibration. This will show you which application and stage kit configuration the calibration was designed for. It's important that you select the right calibration. Selecting the wrong calibration can result in poor performance. For this application, I'll select the Stage 3 offering At this point in time of the process, you have a few options. You can 1. View the calibration, 2. Program with this calibration, and add the base calibration onto your motorcycle, or you can 3. Perform a smart tune, where you will effectively load the base calibration and immediately perform a smart tune session. Let's click Program with this calibration, effectively loading a base calibration on our Stage 3 build. You will proceed to see various pop-up messages which should be read and followed. Once through the pop-up messages, the final screen will be Programming Motorcycle with Final Calibration. Read through the process flow. Then turn the ignition button off and then back on, but do not start the engine. Because the ignition was turned off, power to the street tuner was turned off. The tuner will disconnect and then automatically reconnect. We'll see the street tuner connection status at the top left corner of the screen with a green circle and a check mark. You'll continue to follow the instructions. Turn the ignition button off for at least 20 seconds and then back on, but do not start the engine. Because the ignition button was turned off, power to the street tuner was turned off. The tuner will disconnect and then automatically reconnect. We'll see the street tuner connection status at the top left corner of the screen with the green circle and check mark. You can now click Close to go back to the main menu. Keep your bike charged. Before you start to load a calibration onto your motorcycle, we need to make sure the motorcycle is properly charged. If your vehicle is below 11.9 volts, we cannot load a calibration onto the bike. You need to ensure we have a healthy charge on the battery to continue. The mobile app will provide a warning message before loading a calibration and require you to charge your motorcycle before continuing. Once the calibration is installed on the motorcycle, you can further check to ensure the calibration is loaded by going onto the System Info screen. From the main menu or the navigation bar, you will click Toolbox and then System Info. In this screen, you will see the calibration ID which you loaded onto the vehicle. This calibration ID will link to the stage kit calibration which you loaded earlier. In the System Info screen, you can also view VIN, ECM part number, BCI version, whether wideband sensors are enabled, and if you're still in Smart Tune recording mode. Now that we have a basic Stage 3 calibration installed on our motorcycle, let's tailor that base Stage 3 calibration to our machine a little bit better. Note that the Screamin Eagle Pro Street Tuner works with both desktop software and the mobile app. However, manual changes can only be made on the desktop software. The mobile app does not allow manual changes beyond Smart Tune. If you want to view and make manual changes, please download the desktop software and purchase the sold separately Y cable. Going back to the tune screen, we will select the Stage 3 calibration from before. Then instead of the previously selected option, we will select Perform Smart Tune. During the Smart Tune process, we will be recording your vehicle in Smart Tune mode. This recording mode is needed in order to customize your base calibration. Note that this mode is only going to be used to gather data. Important, you do not want to leave your vehicle in this recording mode, as your vehicle will not run at peak performance if it's left in this mode accidentally. A pop-up message will appear and the message will state, "Stay close to your motorcycle." Note, RDRS will be temporarily disabled if equipped while riding in recording mode. DTCs will be present during recording mode. They should clear after the final Smart Tune calibration is loaded. You can see if you're still in recording mode if your applied calibration on your motorcycle has an R in the calibration name, and in the System Info page, recording mode will state yes. Before we program the motorcycle, we'll need to cycle the ignition. We will turn off the vehicle's ignition switch and run stop, and then turn on the ignition and run stop switch. Once reconnected to the BCI, we will now press Program Motorcycle. This step may take a minute or two to complete. Once the programming is complete, we will turn off the vehicle ignition switch and run stop switch. Wait 20 seconds and then turn on the ignition and run stop switch. The vehicle's calibration has now been updated to allow you to perform a Smart Tune session. We are now in recording mode, where we will gather data. It's now time to make recordings for tuning. Recordings are a fingerprint of your riding style and environment which you ride in. To make a recording, you'll select Continue. Your bike must reach 180 degrees Fahrenheit for SmartTune to start to collect data. Do not lock your phone screen while you're in SmartTune recording mode. This may require you to adjust your phone settings to ensure your phone does not lock. This is done to ensure that data cells can be appropriately populated while riding in SmartTune mode. In addition, if you're connected to another Bluetooth device, like your vehicle's radio, if equipped, it is strongly recommended to disconnect from competing Bluetooth devices before starting a SmartTune recording. Ride your vehicle in a safe manner at varying RPMs and speeds. You'll want to collect as much data as possible in those various cells. Note that not all cells will be able to be filled in without the use of a dyno. It is always recommended that a dyno tune session is performed when possible. The table shows throttle position on the x-axis and RPM on the y-axis. As you ride, the cells will populate different shades of green where the data has been collected. Green will be the default color option. These colors can also be changed in the settings menu if desired. Once complete, you'll want to name your data, then click Save. You can make multiple recordings to capture multiple riding environments and sessions. Once you finish one recording, you'll be asked if you want to rerun another recording session. To add another recording session, click Yes. When you're finished creating recording sessions, click No. You now need to select one or more of the recordings to create your custom calibration. Once you've selected the recordings you want to use, then you select Create Calibration. You now are given the opportunity to view and apply recordings. The blue cells showcase areas where your SmartTune session customized the base calibration to your vehicle. Now click Yes at the bottom of the screen. We will now begin to program the motorcycle in the new custom SmartTune calibration. Click Save and Program Bike. Once the programming is complete, the motorcycle is ready to ride. Click Program Motorcycle to initialize the programming process. This process can take a minute or two to complete, as we're sending all of your SmartTune data to the cloud and generating a custom tune for your vehicle. Programming is now complete. You know the drill by now. Once again, we have to turn off the vehicle ignition switch and run stop switch. Wait 20 seconds and then turn on the ignition and run stop switch. Verify there are no current DTC codes and to clear any historic codes. Now you're ready to enjoy your SmartTune calibration. Any SmartTune calibration that has been uploaded to the bike can be found on the calibration list at the bottom of the calibration listing screen. The SmartTune calibration will have a highlighted star next to it. These calibrations are stored on the cloud for that VIN, so they can be viewed on the PC or the mobile app, regardless of which device the tuning occurred on. For troubleshooting during the SmartTune process, please refer to the user manual, which will be accessed directly in the app from the home screen by clicking the help icon in the top right corner, and then the user manual. Updated base calibrations will be made available periodically by Screamin Eagle. These improved calibrations provide you with the latest and greatest parameters. Updated base calibrations will be showcased to users via pop-up messages in the app. If the vehicle has a SmartTune calibration on it currently, the user will need to restart the SmartTune process with a new base calibration. Updated Street Tuner firmware and updated mobile apps will also be available throughout the calendar year. By using the software info screen, you can check the BCI firmware and app software are the latest version. The What's New page will have a record of what the latest versions are. You can get there by clicking the Help question mark at the top right-hand side of the home screen. The What's New document shows a listing of all Screamin Eagle calibrations within the cloud, and the latest Street Tuner software version and the latest firmware version as well. Did a Harley-Davidson dealership install the Street Tuner and now you're receiving an already paired message? Or you lost your phone and you need to pair a different phone? Don't stress out. You'll need to manually unbind or unpair the BCI. It's a simple process. First, we'll locate the BCI from underneath the side cover. Turn the vehicle off. Then turn the vehicle ignition on and immediately grab the throttle and go from closed throttle to wide open throttle. Repeat this step quickly 5 times. The BCI light will flash quickly, showcasing the BCI is now ready to pair with a brand new device. This can be helpful too if you bought the bike used and it still has the BCI connected. Are you experiencing a warning message with a reason code? Please refer to the troubleshooting section of the user manual and follow the appropriate steps to troubleshoot. Now let's get back to the home screen and click on the toolbox section. Let's configure some gauges. Click Configure Gauges. You now have the option to build various gauge clusters, which will showcase everything from engine temp, battery voltage, throttle position, engine speed, to name a few. Once configured, you can see gauges at any time. Under the error code section, you can view DTCs and clear error codes at any time. As mentioned previously, the system info page is a great resource to ensure your firmware for your BCI is up to date. At the very bottom, you'll see recording mode, which will populate either yes or no. It's important that if you're done with the SmartTunes session, you apply your changes. If you fail to upload your data to the cloud and reflash the vehicle, you will remain in recording mode, which will cause your vehicle to not run at peak performance. If you see an R in the calibration name, this signifies the SmartTunes session has begun by flashing the initial calibration, but the process was not yet completed. Simply program a calibration to the bike, whether it's the calibration created by finishing the recording, a calibration from a previously saved SmartTune data, or from a base calibration, and your bike will be ready to ride. And one more final tech tip. If you're having trouble viewing buttons within the Pro Street Tuner mobile app, you may have to adjust your phone back to the original phone settings related to zooming and/or icon sizing. Okay, now that your new SmartTune calibration is loaded, you'll be able to get back to the open road and feel the performance upgrades at their best. We hope this video tutorial has been a helpful tool as you customize your Harley-Davidson. For these and any other genuine Harley-Davidson products, visit harleydavidson.com or any authorized Harley-Davidson dealer. This is James, and we'll see you next time.